Before we get stuck into scrapping out this air conditioner, a quick disclaimer. Though scrapping is great for the environment, air conditioners have a refrigeration gas which is terrible for the environment. So do the right thing and get that professionally removed. Best bet is to make a contact at the HVAC air conditioner trade and they'll be able to take that out for you, not a problem. Possibly if you don't know anyone, when you got let's say 6 air conditioners, just give them a call. Say I need the gas taken out of 6 air conditioners. If you got time, I can bring them to you, take them out and maybe throw a 6-pack of beer their way, and they're generally pretty happy to do that. All right, cheers, let's get stuck into it. G'day, how is it going? Well, I've got a air conditioner here, an old window / wall air conditioner. It's old, it's heavy, and it doesn't work, so let's scrap it out. So let's check out what is good. First things first, you have your sealed unit. It's a compressor, and you can also see there is quite a lot of copper pipe running around the actual unit itself. Also under this lagging, we have a copper radiator right here. That's just one of 2. That's probably the bigger of the 2. So one at the back, one here at the front. All I've done so far is taken the surround off. It was metal, so pretty much everything on this air conditioner can be recycled. There wasn't any plastic, which is great, and yeah, it can pay some good cash, some good coin. If you look carefully, putting my hands in spider webs, that can be dangerous. There's your motor there, and that's quite a sizable one too. Alright, so let's take this thing apart. I'll of course put it in fast forward so you don't have to sit through about 20 minutes of me taking 1,000 screws out.
When I was just a little boy, my mama gave me a dinky toy, a miniature car made of pewter tin, awakened something deep within. So when I grew up all big and hard, I got a job at the local scrap yard, crushing cars like an old tin can. Now they call me the metal man, the metal man, the metal man. Copper, brass, aluminium, I'll take your e-waste, I'll take your wire, I'll take the lead work from the old church spire. And if you cut me, I bleed mercury, fill me with screws in elective surgery. I shake my hair after a day's recycling, my dandruff looks like iron filings. I try to salvage all I find, I come across in my daily grind.
Copper radiator, copper aluminium radiator. Front one's out, pretty easy.
An engine here and an old stove there, complete with matching kitchenware. An iron pot, a copper pump, don't just take it to the dump. Leave it out with that old bedpan, I'll take it all 'cause I'm the metal.
Alright, there is a copper radiator out the back. There's a white tip spider. He's not going to kill you, but will leave a nasty little welt on your hand. Never mind. Maybe a bit of oil left in, so I will just see if I can drain the last bit out. Oh, this end. Just spilled oil everywhere. Oh well. It's a shed. That's what it's meant for. To get this sealed unit out, it's quite easy. Oh, that has some weight to it. And there she is. It's pretty easy to get to as well. Just use an impact driver. A little adapter, impact to 1/2 inch. Then use my standard socket sets. Very easy, very handy tool. Typically there's a little Allen screw that comes off from this shaft and you pull the fan out and it's quite easy then to take the motor. But this Allen key is seized, and as soon as I try to unthread it, it actually just rounded out the head. So I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can cut this out. There is a center bolt there. Hopefully that just punches straight out. Well, I had to just stop pulling this apart. I had to go out. But I'm back now and I've come to the conclusion trying to get this motor out with just unscrewing it the easy way, it's not going to happen. So you've got two choices at this stage. You can either leave it in because it's not easy to get out, or you can just go ahead and just cut your way out. For the sake of this video, I'm going to cut it out and I'll show you the end result. Cheers. Alright, so it is now all pulled apart, and this is what I think. I enjoy pulling apart air conditioners because you do get quite a lot of good quality product out of it that pays quite well. Obviously the motor, a sealed unit with the compressor, there's plenty of copper in that too. This here I thought was copper. Just bring that in close, you can see that green tinge to it. But it's just a very, very thin layer of copper over the top, and underneath you've got brass. So it wouldn't take much just with a grinder just to quickly go over that and get all the copper off, and that will just come up as clean brass. Or you could just put it in as dirty brass. Alright, plenty of copper pipes here, tubing here and there. And of course you've got a little bit of your PVC copper wire. And two, got there a few silver contacts as well from some of the switches. So I'll just need to break that down a little bit further and I can get them also. And of course, the thread, I'll show you that as well. Just there. So like I said during the video that all of it is recyclable. Take that back. There is a plastic fan, which you can further obviously recycle that, but you won't get cash for it. So I would say 98% of a air conditioner you can actually scrap out for money. So that's where the real bonus comes in. A couple of cons. Well, those old air conditioners in particular are very heavy to lift on your own. So unless you've got someone to help you to lift it into your vehicle, it may be very difficult to do that. The motor on the old beast, the old window rattlers, is hard to get out. They're quite often seized. If you've got the time, 100% man, just get into it, pull it out, get your grinder, you'll be right. But that's if you've got the time, and we all value our time different. If not, just leave it in there. Just put it with a shred steel. It's a couple of kilos, maybe 3 kilos, and you'll be right. This sealed unit, the compressor, it weighs a 22.3 kilos. So that's a pretty big one, pretty large. And that's gonna reap a fair bit of cash into that as well. And of course, the rest of the sundry items. So in conclusion, would I do it again? Would I scrap out air conditioners? Absolutely. I've done it before. I enjoy doing them. You know what I have forgotten? The copper aluminium radiators. How can we forget these? We've got 2 of them. So what you would do, obviously, is cut off this steel. Take these little copper loops off, noodles if you like. But then you've got a choice. You can either spend about an hour trying to get these strips out, or you could just recycle it as a copper alloy radiator, and that pays pretty good too. So yeah, do that, but always make sure you cut off this steel just with a recep saw or a sawzall straight down the guts, and that way you can separate the steel and it's clean. All right, well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, bye.